Thank you, Bakari. Good morning. Y'all can do better than that. We about to elect our first black woman president.
That's right.
Good morning. There we go. Listen, now I got to be on my best behavior so I won't be cussing up here because this is my pastor right here. Yes, it is. But no, listen, I am so excited to be here specifically with the Black Democrats. And yeah, they got me on the right panel. I did not quite know my schedule. I still don't know my schedule. But living a life in the 118th Congress ain't nothing but lies. I ain't even going to call it misinformation and disinformation because they lie.
Right.
That's what they do. And they intentionally do it, which is why I'm calling it a lie. As y'all know, I serve on the or for those of you who don't know, let me back up. Let me not be presumptuous. My name is Jasmine Crockett. I am the freshman congresswoman out of Dallas, Texas. And I currentsigh serve on the Oversight Committee, the Agriculture Committee, and then I was added to the Weaponization Committee. Sigh. And so on the Agriculture Committee, it doesn't usually get too lit. Oversight, it gets popping for a lot of reasons, but most of the time is because we have what they consider to be the firebrands from the right that serve on that committee. And I just want to take this conversation just a little bit deeper because I just returned from Taiwan. As we are traveling around the world, we're consistently having conversations with our friends about what is happening with social media and misinformation and disinformation and the interference with our elections with this information. It is a new level of warfare that we are having to contend with. And right now, as I continuously talk about the cult known as Trump world, a lot of what we are experiencing is literally people have been brainwashed with so much misinformation and disinformation, and it goes so deep that we have people that are serving in the United States Congress that are literally taking their cues from people like Putin. So we had an oversight hearing where we laid out various posts that had been made by sitting members of Congress that were nothing more than propaganda that came out of Russia. Right. That is what we're dealing with. And so we're talking about people at the highest levels of the United States government that either are too ignorant to understand that they are literally becoming the puppets for someone like Putin.
That's right.
Or they just don't care. I don't really know, but either way, they have way too much power and they absolutely have way too large of a platform to be sitting where they are and being so irresponsible. So the one thing that I personally take it upon myself to do is to correct the record in real time.
That's right.
In real time.
Right.
I shut them down at every chance that I get with the lies that they come up with. So as we go into this election cycle, what I am charging you all with, because I can't fight everybody, is I need each and every one of you to understand that we have a responsibility to correct the record.
Right.
That is what we have a responsibility to do as good citizens of this country. Because there are those that try to act like we not even a part of this country when really we built it, that part. So to be clear, if we're going to specifically zone in on this election, because I am all the way in the zone and we only have about 78 days left, I want to make sure that I point out a couple of things that are specifically causing us problems within the black community. And that is around her record. The earliest polling showed that our vice president was not necessarily hitting Obama's numbers when it came to black folk. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that she's a prosecutor. Or a former prosecutor, let me be clear, because she is currently not prosecuting, because, anyway. But nevertheless, we love Fani Willis. Can we show some love for Fani? We love Fani. Fani is our kind of prosecutor, right? Go and take down Trump's people so long as the corrupt judges stay out of the way. Same thing with Letitia James. Same thing with Alvin Bragg. Same thing with any prosecutor that has had the audacity to say that if an officer kills one of us, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you that Black Lives Matter.
That's right.
This is the kind of prosecutor that Kamala Harris was before we even recognized that we needed that kind of prosecutor. So I want people to understand that, number one, there's all this stuff going around how she locked up everybody. Well, first of all, a prosecutor's job is to be a cop. I mean, I'm just saying. And some people got to go to prison. As a former criminal defense attorney, y'all, I'm just being honest. Some people got to go to jail. Okay. Let's clear that up. All right? But it's about what type of prosecutor. Are we talking about somebody that just because you walk in and you black, you absolutely about to get buried under the jail? Or is she going to give you a chance? Is she going to recognize your humanity? And that is what she has done. So she started the Back on Track program before we even knew what a progressive prosecutor was.
That's right.
What this was recognizing that in this world, the real world that we live in, if you end up with the F on your chest, you don't somehow become the most powerful person in the world, but instead you are denied access to housing. You are denied access to education. You are denied access to jobs. She understood that. And so she gave people another chance. That was a diversion program. That's number one. Number two, when it comes down to body cams, we all saw, please tell me you know the name Sonya Massey.
Yes.
Sonya Massey, the reason that we know that they killed her with no justification is because we had video footage. She was the very first person, the first attorney general in the country to order that her agency, a state agency, wear body cams. So you tell me if she is our kind of prosecutor. So as they go out and they spread this misinformation, I'm gonna need y'all to help me in correcting the record, and that's all I'm gonna say.